More women are going into combat than ever before, but resources available to them when they return home are slim. Local government is looking to add more resources to help ease the transition from military to home. News 18's Alexis Moberger met with one female veteran who says resources have evolved, but they're far from picture perfect. Alexis?
Jeff, more than 33,000 female veterans live in Indiana, and women who return from active duty say there are limited resources available to them. Some local state representatives are doing what they can to expand resources, like providing service dogs, but some female veterans say there need to be more. For Martina Sternberg, serving in the military was a family tradition.
My dad was in the military. I have 7 siblings. All 3 of my brothers were in the military. I was in the military.
But she says returning back to reality after serving 20 years was no easy feat.
You see people with backpacks and it scares the heck out of you because they could have a bomb in their backpack.
For most service members, assimilating to civilian life is a hard transition, and putting aside pain and trauma can be hard to achieve.
You're hyper alert because you just got back from deployment.
And it's just as hard for female veterans. And women often feel less social support when returning home.
When I go in, the men just kind of like, you know, like, who are you? You're no veteran, or things like that. And you have to keep going and putting yourself out there until you fit.
Women also have fewer resources than men, but Sternberg says they have evolved since she got out of the military.
The female soldiers who were coming back felt sort of left out. Many of them needed service dogs.
But Sternberg says service dogs are not enough. She says there need to be resources for women with military sexual trauma.
When I was in the military, you really didn't talk about it. The men that served with you could pretty much say what they wanted.
But when her daughter was sexually assaulted while serving, the blame fell right onto her.
And reported her, and they said she was a lesbian. So then she was the person who was victimized, and now she's the person being investigated.
State Representative Sheila Klinker is working with local government to get more resources for female veterans.
We do have now a female veteran service officer.
Sternberg says it's a step in the right direction, but hopes to see more resources in the future. Sternberg says it's important women know what resources are available to them. She says there are great resources like resume building and job fairs, but says she would also like to see a change in the wait time for health care benefits. She says it can take up to 2 years before any veteran sees any benefits. Alexis Moberger, News 18.